Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and tonight I'm coming to you with Killer Lookin' Say Islands by Virtual. Yeah, this one is. I'm a little bit nervous about this puzzle. I'm nervous about every puzzle, let's face it. The reason I have this channel is because I'm nervous. The reason I'm a little nervous about this one is I'm not sure I've done a Look and Say ambiguity puzzle by Virtual before. And while I love Virtual puzzles like so much, Virtual sometimes has an issue with difficulty where, because his mind, the way he sets puzzles, he sees things in a way that I don't. And when we solve together, it's always a joy because I'll be looking at something which I can see, and all of a sudden he will make a declaration that takes me 10 minutes to understand. And because when he would have tested this puzzle, he would be saying, oh, this is obvious. It may not be to me. We will find out. So, what's going on the channel? The Skilling Sudoku puzzle pack, of course, is still running. If you send in row 3 of any of the puzzles in that pack, you don't have to do all of them, to the email address below by the 30th of August, which I don't know when this comes out, as of when this comes out will be soon. Then you will be either read out or you will definitely be in the end credits of my monthly showcase. Something will happen. I don't have a prize lined up this month. Sorry. There were 2 other packs that have been released recently. Your details are below. Sorry, I'm recording straight after work and I'm tired. And I'm recording before the release of those packs as well. So it's a weird time. So what else is going? Yeah. All of the details of everything that's going on is in the description below. Go have a look. Lots of packs, lots of stuff, playlists, also, stuff. Let's have a look at this puzzle. Killer Look and Say Islands by Virtual. The rules on this one are long, and I understand that. I think they're fairly simple, but we'll see how it goes. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Now, there are 3 types of cages. Well, 2 types of cages in this puzzle, but there's some overlap. So every cage is either a killer cage, a look and say cage, or both a killer and a look and say cage. So let's look at killer cages. I'm going to use this 22 cage as an example. If this was a killer cage, then the digits that are placed in the cage must sum to the number 22. Digits could not repeat within the cage, and that's it. So, and digits could not repeat within the cage. So sum to 22, digits couldn't repeat. If it is a look and say cage, then the way it works is you say the number out loud, 22, and that would mean there are 2 twos in the cage. What it sums to doesn't matter. All it would mean is there are 2 twos in the cage. So for example, if I was to use this as a look and say cage, it would mean 2 sixes in the cage. If it was a killer cage, it would mean it sums to 26. If I look at this cage, look and say, it means there's 1 4 in the cage. If it's a killer cage, it sums to 14. The other option is they are both a look and say and a killer cage. Now, that which would mean that this would have 1 4 or sum to 14. And sum to 14. This is going to be a bit brain bendy. So now there is a rule that will come up a bit later, which is if it is a look and say and a killer cage, digits may repeat. So a look and say and killer. So if this was a look and say and killer, it would have 2 sixes and sum to 26. So the fact that digits cannot repeat will go away if it is a look and say and killer. Now, there is an extra rule. So for clarity, digits may repeat in look and say cages, even if they are also killer cages. So, yeah. Now, each cage is part of an island formed of 3 cages, all of size n, n being a value. So, for example, this is an island of 3 cages where the cages are size 3. This is a size 3 cage. This is a size 3 cage. This is a size 3 cage. Where it is possible to reach all 3 cages by traversing only orthogonally through cages of size n. So these are connected. These are size 3 cages, that one and that one, but you can't get to this series of islands of size n, because you'd have to pass through this island of size 4. So this is a different size 3 island than this size 3 island, because if I was to mark them up, they are not connected. So this is a size an island of size 3 cages. This is an island of size 3 cages. Within these islands, one cage is killer, one is look and say, and one is both. So we know that in here, one of these 3 cages will be killer, one will be look and say, one will be both. One of these will be killer, one will be look and say, one will be both. And the same will be true of all of the different size cages that touch each other. They're the rules. I know they're a little bit weird. They sound more complex than they are, I think. But let's see how we go. Let's give this a shot. And I am actually going to start with this island up here. So actually, I'm not going to mark it that way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to investigate this. Now, this cannot be a look and say cage, because I can't put 2 2s in it. There is no way I can put 2 2s in this cage. So this has to be either killer. Well, this can't be look and say in either way. So this has to be killer. What color am I going to make killer? I am going to make killer yellow. So yellow is killer. So this is a killer cage and will sum to 22. This has to be either killer and look and say, or just look and say. Either way, there are 2 2s in it, and those both become 2. And this can't be killer and look and say, because I can't make these 3 cells sum to 22 once there's 2 2s in it. So this is only look and say. So I'm going to make it blue, and then this is green, because blue and yellow in the additive or subtractive color, is green. So this is both. So this has to have a 7 in it and sum to 17. So there will be a 7 in this, and it will sum to 17. And it doesn't have a 2 in it. So it's 179 or 467. Okay. Now, this doesn't have a 2 or a 7 in it. So this has to be 589, because it can't have a 7 in it, and it has to sum to 22. So this is 589, which means I can't use a 9 in this. This is 467, and these are 1 and 3. Okay, that's some progress. Now, do I want to look at these cages? I think I do. So I'm actually going to mark them as green. Now, actually, this is a bit weird. How do I kick off? Actually, I'm not going to look at those. What I'm going to look at is, I've just noticed there's another 2 thing here. That's a 4-cell cage. That's a 4-cell cage. There are my 4-cell cage islands. I cannot put 2 2s in here. So this is killer. This has to be killer. So that is yellow. So these are both look and say cages, but they've only got 1s in them. So that's not helpful to me. But this is definitely killer. And these are either look and say or look and say and killer. So there has to be a 4 in here, and there has to be a 9 in here. Well, if there's a 9 in here, this is not a 9, and there is 9 down here, because there must be a 9 in here. Can I do 22 and 4 without a 9? Easily. I can put 2 3s in there. I can put 2 3s in there. One of these has to be look and say. Oh, wait a minute. So let's go back to this. One of these at least must be look and say. They can't both be look and say. Because if this was look and say, there's 2 3s there. And if there's look and say there, there's 2 3s there. So this has to be blue or green. So there's a 7 in there. There's a 7 in that cage. It may sum to 17. I don't know. But there must be a 3 in one of these, because there's either 3 in those 2 cells or a 3 in those 2 cells. Oh, man, this is weird. Okay, there's a 2 down there. I can't put 4 in there, but I could easily put 4 down there. But if I put 4 down there, that's a 4. But if this is a killer cage... But this is not killer. One of these is killer. And a 23 killer is 6, 8, 9. So one of these is 6, 8, 9. And the other has 2 3s in it. So if this is 3, 3 and this is 6, 8, 9... Hang on. There must be a 3 in one of those two. This is a 1. This is a 3. Oh, crikey. Sorry, I was doing... The thing that just happened there is, you notice when I made a 1, it made the 1 red here. I was looking at an option while I was testing of check pencil marks, and hopefully that is now gone. Yes, it is now gone. I don't want to use that by default while solving on camera. So 3 has to be in one of these two, because if those two are 3, those two are 3. So 3 is in one of those two, because here and here, here and here. So in this column, 3 is in one of those two. Can I do anything with that? So these cells can only be from 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, not 7, 3, 6, 8, 9. Because the 23 cage is 6, 8, 9, and the other one has 3s in them. So 3, 6, 8, 9 in those. But if this is either going to be 6, 8, 9, or if it's the double 3 cage, it could be anything. Now 3 is in here. 3 is down here somewhere. There's no 3 in this 19 cage, which is fine, particularly if it's not a killer cage. Can I... Okay, so there's possibly something about these cages. So if I put 3 2s in here, that's a 2, that's a 2, and that's a 2. One of these has to be... So I've got a similar thing with 2s going on. This can't be look and say. Because if this is look and say, I've got to put a 2 here, and I can't do it, because I'd have to put 3 2s in this cage. So this is a 32 killer cage. So this has to be look and say. So those are all 2s. And there has to be a 9 in this cage somewhere, which is not particularly helpful. But it does mean if there's a 9 in this cage, it's right there. Which would mean I can't put a 9 in this cage. In fact, there's a 9 in one of those 4. But this is a 32 killer cage, which means it must have a 9 in it and an 8. So there's an 8 and a 9 in that cage. Actually, I can possibly do more with 2s now, because there has to be a 2 in one of those two. Maybe not. But this can't get to 32 now, because 6, these would have to sum to 20 something. That's not going to happen. So this is just look and say, so it's blue, and this is both. So this has to sum to 19 and have a 9 in it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. These are 5, 6, 7, and 8. And this is a killer cage with 5, 2 of 5, 6, 7, 8 in it, but not 3. Okay. Now, does that do something here? Because 6, 8, 9? Not really. Because if this is 6, 8, 9, I can still do 5, 7 here. If I do 5, 7 here, this is 6, 8. I've still, and then I'd have to put 9 in here, which is okay. But what can I do with this? 1, 4, 8, 9? No. 1, 5, 7, 9? Yes. 1, 6, 7, yeah. 2, 3, 8, 9? No. 2, 4, 7, 9? No. 2, 5, 6, yes. 2, 5, 7, yes. 4, 6, 9. 3, 4, 6, 9? No. 3, 4, 7, 8? Yes. 3, 5, 6, 8? Yes. 4, 5, 6, 7? Yes. So I can't put 2 in any of those. So 2 is in one of those. Oh, no, 2's not there. This is a 2. So this is not a 2. This is a 2. 2 is in one of those. There is a 2 in this cage. There must be a 2 in this cage. So 2, 5, 6, 9 or 2, 5, 7, 8. So there must be a 5 in this cage. 2, 5, 6, 9 or 2, 5, 7, 8. 2, 5, 6, 9 or 2, 5, 7, 8. So this would either be 2, 9 with 5, 6 or from 5, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if this is 2, 5, 6, 9, can I still 3, 4 and 1 have to go up here? This can't be a high digit. If this has to be the 3, 3 cage, because I still have to put 1, 3 and 4 in there. If this was the 6, 8, 9, I don't, if this was from 6, 8, 9, I'd have those two cells to put 1, 3 and 4, and it doesn't work. These are the 3s. This is not the 3. This is not the 3. This is a 6, 8, 9. So this is look and say only, because if 6 plus, yeah, too much. This is look and say. So this is blue. So this is green, which means it's both, and this is killer. Now, can I tell what this is yet? It's got 2 and 5 in it, and then 6, 9 or 7, 8. Now, this is both. So it's got a 7 in it and needs to also sum to 17. So the other digits sum to 10, and I can't use 2, 8. So it's, and I can't use 3, 7. So it's 1, 9 or 4, 6. 1, 9 or 4, 6. So this is look and say only. One of these is look and say only. Can I do math, actually? These hangouts may cause a problem. So 6 is definitely up here. I can't put a 2 in this cage at all. That's going to cause a problem for this to be a killer cage, isn't it? It's still possible, but it's hard. If it's 14 without a 2, it's 1, 3, 4, 6. So this would be 4, 6. This would be 1, 3. But that's still doable. Hang on. One of the things I should check is... Hang on. I wonder... so this is both, and it's got a 9 in it. This is both, and it's got a 7 in it. Okay, it's not an issue so far. But I'm curious about what would happen if you got a killer cage that had... Yeah, could you have a killer cage? No, the killer cage couldn't also be look and say. So the pure killer cage cannot be look and say as well. But all my pure killer cages are 20 or 30 total, so that's not an issue. So I'm down to an X-wing on 2s. 1 is in one of those 2 cells. Can I put 1 in a 19 cage? I think I can. Lots of different ways. But it has to have a 9 in it. Because this is either look and say or... Well, hang on. It must have a 9 in it. So there's no 9 there. Does this 22 have to have a 9 in it? No. But if it does, it's there. Actually, it can't have a 9 in it because 9 is down here. 9 is looking down here. 9 is looking down here. There is no 9 in this 22 cage. This is 2, 5, 7, 8. So there's no 6 here. This is 2, 5, 7, 8. This is 6. These are 1, 4, and 9. There's no 9 here. There could be a 9 here. And this 32 cage is killer, so it cannot have a 1 in it. So, yeah, which I got from the 1 pointing across here. So there must be a 4 or a 9, but there must be a 9 in this 32 cage anyway. This is brain melty. I thought it might be. This could be anything. The cage is done because it's blue. This sums to 17. This has to sum to 17. Right, this has to sum to 17 and have a 7 in it. It can't have a 2 and it can't be 4, 6, 7 because I can put nothing in here. This is 1, 7, 9. Which means there's no 1 or 9 in here. There's no 7 here. This is 1 or 9. There must be a 7 in here. This is clever. Once again, I will say cleverer than me. 2, 5, 7, 8. So it's... So the look and say can't sum to its total. But... So this 19 can't have a 6 in it, but it never could. It can't have a 3 in it, but it never could. Well, this is not 6 anymore. 6 is in here. This has a 4 in it. This has a 9 in it. But the 4 could go here, so I could still put a 4 in here. I've got to put... This is not look and say, and it hasn't been look and say for a very long time because this is 589. I can't put two 8s in that cage. If I put two 8s in that cage, I'm putting them there, and this is broken. This is pure killer. So these are both look and say. Those are 6s. I don't know whether it's blue or green, but and I don't know whether this is blue or green. But this has to have a 4 in it, so it has to be down here. Now, can this sum... This is 12. These would have to sum to 14. So if they summed it to 14... 14. Couldn't use another 6. 9... 5... 9, 5 would be the only possibility. I don't see why not. But this is a 28 cage without a 6 in it. So this is 4789. 4789. So the 9s are lining up, except 9 could be there. But it means I can't put any more 9s in here. So I can't put a 9 in this cage. So if this was a killer cage, these would have to sum to 14, which is 9, 5. I can't use 8, 6, and I can't use 7, 7. This is pure look and say. This is both. So this is 14. So this is 1, 3, 4, 6. This is 4, 6. This is 1, 3. This is 9. This is cool. There's no 9 in here. This is 1, 7. These can now be absolutely anything. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 and 8. Arg. 4, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So this is known. 1, 2, that's a 3? Yes, that's a 3. So this is 1, this is 3. There's no 1 here, there's no 3 here. Four, 6. There has to be a 4 in this cage. That's the 4. But I still don't know whether this sums to 14 or not. So I've got the makeup of all the other cages. It's just these ones. I don't know if this sums to 14 or this sums to 19. Okay. This is a 32 killer cage. I can't put a 2 in it anywhere, so it's not 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I put a 3 in it, it goes there. Is there a problem with that? I'm not sure. So this is a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Well, this can't be 3. Okay. This can't be 3. Okay, so can I make these sum to 10? Is the question, I suppose. So to make those sum to 10, 1, 2, 7 is not possible because it would break that cell. 1, 3, 6 is not possible because I would need that. So the only other possibility is 2, 3, 5. So 3 would have to go here. This would be 2, 5. 2, 3, 5. And I can't see why not. So if this is a killer cage, that is 2, 3, 5. 3, actually that is a 3. Because 3 can't go there or there, and the rest of these are taken up. That is a 3. So this is not a 3. Yep, that's because of those. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Ooh, that's a 3 by Sudoku. So 3 is in one of those two. So this is an X-wing on 3s. 2, 3, 5. 4, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it math here now? I don't know. Hang on, I've got my 4 here now. Yeah, but I needed to. I've still got to put... But I could put the 9 there and still hide the 9 in here. The 9 is either here or it's here. If the 9 is here, the 9 goes in here. If the 9 goes in here, there's a 9 here, and I can't put a 9 in any... Which would put a 9 there. And that all looks fine. Hang on a minute. If I put a 9... 9 must go in one of those. That is not a 9. So there's 9 in one of those two. This is... Virtual's ability to do geometry with puzzles, geometry with puzzles, where he can look at a grid and say, well, this means that this means this, and sort of the interaction of that is absolutely stunning. But it melts my brain. Things like that. If this is a 9, then that is a 9. So because of all of this, then this, and there's probably other ramifications of that I am not seeing. This is not a 9. There is definitely a 9 in here. What are these? 1, hang on, I've got to put a 1 in one of those two. But that's not a problem either. Hang on a minute. No, it's not a problem either. 1 is in one of those two. There's no 6 here. 6 is in one of those 4. 4, 6. No 4. So 4 is in here. So this is not a 4. 4 is in here. 4, 6. There's no 4 here. This is done. All of these look and say cages are done once I put a 9 in here. So the only thing that... It's this 32 cage and these cages. Now, okay, can this be a 19 cage? So 1279, 1459. Either way, I'd have to put a 1 in it. Well, I have to put a 1 in it. There has to be a 1 in this cage because there's no 1 in the column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a 1 and a 9 in this cage. So there's 2 digits summing to 10 and the others sum to 9. So I then need 2 digits that sum to 9. 1, 2, 7, 9, 1, 4, 5, 9. 2 would be here. I'm stumped. Part of my problem is having to colour the cages as well to indicate what they are. I'm having trouble seeing the lines on the grid. Five has to go in one of those two, but 5 is one of the options. 2, 5 is one of the options to make that work. That's a 1. That is not a 1. There is a 1 in one of those. This is a 4-9 pair. That's a 1. There is absolutely a 1 in one of those. Did that 4 do anything? It puts 4 in one of those two. 4 is in one of those two. That's a 9. There is no 9 there. That's a 9. This is now the 4. So 1 and 9 is in this cage. Now, can that be 1, 4, 5, 9? I don't see why not. But this is now 7, 6, and 4. There's no 7 here. Oh, come on. Now, this has got its 9. This is a 6, 8. There's no 8 there. So this is 5 or 7. But this could still be 5, 2. And then that would be valid. And this... And I've got... Yeah, one of these is killer, one it isn't. But hang on, I've now got totals. I've now got totals. So these are... Calculator time, I think, because my brain is melting. So... Okay, if this is a 14 cage, then these are 11. I'd have 11, 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 3. But these could be anything. So actually, I don't have totals that do anything. That's completely meaningless. I thought I was getting excited there, but it's not actually going to help me. If this is 5, 2, these are just what's left over. And if these sum to 15, these are just what's left over. Okay, so there'll be something else scanning I've missed. Right. So there's no 2 in this. There's now no 3 in this. This is 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So this is 4, 5, 6, 8. There's 4 in here, so there's no 4 here. This is 5, 6, 8. That is a 5, 6, 8 triple. That's the 4. This is not the 4. There we go. So that's a 1. This is not a 1, which means this is not a 1. This is a 1. 5, 6, 8. So this is known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 7. So this is not a 7. This is not a 7. 7 is in one of those two. This is a 3, 4, 9. There is a 6 in here, but that's not doing that much. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So there's a 6 in there. That lines up with the 6s I've got, but that can't be the 6. So this is the 6. This is an 8. This is a 6. I have no idea how long I've been doing on this. I forgot to restart my timer again. I've even got a note to restart the puzzle, and I never do it. 4, 5, 8, 9. But 9 has to be in here, so this is 4, 5, 8. So I've now got all the totals and everything. This is just Sudoku. But I don't see how to delineate or determine what these are. There's no 9 there. So 9 is in one of those. One is in one of those two. That's a 1-4 pair because that 4 is looking down, that 4 is looking across, and those 4s in here are looking across. This is a 1-4 pair, which is not resolved. Well, yeah, it's not resolved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has options. 6 is in one of those two. So this is not the 6 and this is the 6. Virtual's geometry puzzles. So 6 is in here. Actually, 6 is right there because of that 6. So how am I doing on 6s? I've got them all. Two, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 6. I can't even force anything in there. Virtual would be able to look at these and those two cells are forced into there. So one of those is a 5 or an 8, and one of them is whatever that is, which is probably a 1 or a 9, but I don't know that. One, two, 3, 4, 5 could go almost anywhere. 6, 7 can go almost anywhere. 8 anywhere. 9 anywhere. Okay. Oh man. One, two, 3, 4, 5. So there's got to be a 7 in one of those two? Yeah, there does. It's got to be this, but I can't see. 5, 2 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. And in here, in order for this to work now, it would have to be 159 in here, which would make this 7. Ah, this is a 2 no matter what. So if this is the killer cage, this is 5, 2 to make it work. And if this is the killer cage, there's no 2 in it, and this is the 2. So no matter which way it goes, that's the 2. This is not the 2, this is the 2. So there's now an 8 down here looking up. So there's no 8 there. That is a really, really mean trick. Okay, so that's the 5, which means that's a 7. That does not add to 14, but I can now just do Sudoku. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 5, and 9. And 1, 5, 9 plus 4 is 19. So a good thing, really, because otherwise I'd be in trouble. So that's 159. Now, that 7 makes this 1 and 7. There is no 1 there. This is 5, 8, or 9. This has to be 1 or 5. 5, 8, 5, 9. This is still not falling apart. This is not 5. So these go in here. So they're from 1, 5, 8, 9. Funny thing that. So this killer cage is done. This killer cage is done. This killer cage is done. Oh my lord. 4 and 7 go in here. Where does 5 go in this row? That's the only place for 5 in this row. In fact, 8 comes out of those. That's what does this. That is 8. That is 4. There is no 4 there. This is a 7, 9. There is no 8 in those. So that is 5. That is 4. That is 8. That is not 4 or 8. That is 5. That is 9. Okay, that did some stuff, right? This is 1. This is 4. This is 5. This is 1. This is not 1. Oh, actually, I know what these are. This is only look and say, and this is both. Okay. This 5 looks down, making this 8 and this 5. The 8 makes this 5, which makes this 9, which makes this 5. This is not 5 or 9. This is 8. So this is 7. So this is 8. This is 7. This 4 finally looks down, making this 9. This 3. This 4. What am I missing from here? There's no 5 here anymore. In fact, this has to be 3 now, doesn't it? Yes, because that's not 3. This is the only place for 3, and this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is resolved. Hooray! 5, 8, and 9. There is no 5 there. So this is the 5. This is an 8, 9. And that 8 gives me the order, assuming I haven't made a mistake. This 9 looks up making 7 and 9. And now I'm down to a single box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And that is the correct solution. Wow. Yeah, killer look and say islands. If you're ever stranded on a desert island, you may have time to finish this puzzle. No, that's not true. Virtual does amazing puzzles. I'm just not up to his level when it comes to geometry puzzles. Wow. Okay, well, that was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I sounded frustrated in the middle, but anyone who knows me knows that's just what I do. Thanks everyone for watching. Check out all of the details of... I wish I could remember the pack details. Yeah, I don't have them on screen because I minimize everything and it would just blow up my recording if I brought them up. So yeah, check out all of the packs below. Skilling Sudoku, there was an entropic one, and there is, oh Lord, I've forgotten something. This is my brain. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, I'm really sorry, everyone. Thanks everyone for watching. Check out the details below, and as always, good luck with your solving.